Hello, writer friends. Welcome to the Author Burnout Coach with me, Isabel Sterling. For those who don't know me yet, I'm the author of These Witches Don't Burn, This Coven Won't Break, This Spell Can't Last, and my latest release, The Coldest Touch. I write books about magical queer girls solving mysteries and often falling in love. My books are out with Penguin Random House, and they're available all over the world. My first series was even translated into 3 additional languages, which is so fun. I am also a life coach. When I got certified by the life coach school, I knew immediately that I wanted to help my fellow writers. There is such a huge culture of burnout in the publishing industry, and I see so many writers achieve their goal of getting published, and then they spend the entire fucking process overwhelmed, stressed as hell, and completely burnt out. Friends, we have worked way too hard to achieve our dreams and then turn around and not actually enjoy any of it. Now, I want to be really clear here. I don't want you to mishear me. The goal of this podcast is not to blame you for feeling shitty. It's not your fault. The thing is, we exist in this environment that has trained us to equate productivity with our value as humans, with the success of our book, with our success as a person. We absorb these messages that we need to publish our books faster and faster and faster, or risk our readers forgetting about us entirely. And then, if our sales numbers aren't where we hoped, we panic that we will never ever publish again and that we've let everyone down. This way lies misery, and it starts way before we even have a book deal. So many of us, those of you currently pre-agent, pre-book deal, and those of us, if we can think back to ourselves then, we feel this urgent rush to finish our books and get an agent. We're told that querying is a hellish, soul-crushing process, and so we wrap up all of our self-worth in that, and then each rejection feels devastating. And we just accept that we are going to be miserable and just completely unhappy trying to achieve our dreams. We've accepted that. We perpetuate that image of query hell. And then on top of all of that, there's this message that somehow we're running out of time and we'd better hurry before we miss our chance. These messages are out there and we just breathe them in and we start to believe them. And that is not our fault. It's not your fault. I want you to hear me. If you feel like ass and then you feel guilty because you feel like shit about achieving your dreams, that's not your fault. That is just the toxic bullshit that is sort of brought onto us by, the patriarchy and white supremacy and all of this shit that we just soak up and breathe in and we believe about ourselves. But the good news is that we can choose a new path, and that is what this podcast is all about. So I am on a personal mission to change the traditional publishing industry, to empower writers to prioritize their mental and emotional health so that we can write our most authentic stories without getting so burnt out in the process. So every week, this podcast will give you insights on the source of burnout and what the fuck you can actually do about it in your own life. We cannot, my friends, fix structural problems when we are too damn exhausted to function. And that's on purpose. That's part of how those systemic issues stay where they are and how they exist. So the change has to start with us, my dear, wonderful writers. We did not cause this problem, but there is a hell of a lot more we can do to fix it than we've been led to believe. So the concepts I'm going to teach you over the course of this podcast, these are things that I have learned and that I am working to integrate into my life, and already, doing them, I don't know, maybe 40% of the time, completely has changed my writing life. And not even just my writing life, my entire life. Just being with myself, being a new mom, trying to just live in this world of COVID, these concepts have helped me so much, and I want the same for you. So I hope that you will join me on this journey. I invite you to subscribe to this feed so you don't miss a single episode. I am so happy you're here. And until next time, bye, my darling writer friends.